climbing techniques. Let's now move on to climbing techniques. Again, we have two techniques that are used. Let's start with the offset skate, also known as the V1. This technique is ideal for climbing. Like the two skate, the technique is asymmetrical and has a dominant or power foot. That is to say, a side on which the one skate is combined with a double pole and a weak offside side for arm recovery. Let's examine it in detail. When the power foot is placed toward the top of the slope, both poles are planted at the same time, but offset from each other. Here, you can see the power side pole planted near the glide foot as the foot is put down higher on the slope. The arm is slightly more bent than in the double pole position, and the hand is held at about head level. The offside pole is planted obliquely with the basket behind the foot. The arm is more extended and the hand is lower. The first step involves working up the slope with the power glide leg, the knee bent and the ski flat on the snow, while initiating double poling. Now, let's move on to step 2. Upon completion of the double pole, the skier digs in the edge of the glide ski, begins extending the leg and transfers the weight to the offside leg. The skier glides on the offside leg. Finally, in step 3, the skier digs in the edge of the offside ski, extends the leg, and again transfers the weight to the power leg. The skier then repeats the cycle. When the slope is steep or the snow is slow, the glide on the offside ski is short. The angle between the skis is greater and the rhythm increases so that the skier does not slide backwards. Beginners may have a less powerful offside push-off and should try to achieve a good push-off using the ankle. However, the skier will have to practice to get a good push-off from each leg. Here are the steps for learning this technique. Step 1. Ask the skier to practice the arm position when the poles are planted. First while standing still, and then in slow motion on flat terrain. They can even start without skis if necessary. Have the skier repeat the same thing, but on a slope. Step 2. When the movement is properly executed, ask the skier to focus on complete and efficient weight transfer. Step 3. To move more rapidly, the skier has to glide on the ski while moving it higher up the slope. Use a gentle slope so that the skier can concentrate on these two movements. Step 4. Have the skier count the number of strides needed to climb a slope. That number should gradually decrease as the skier becomes more proficient. Explain that to avoid sliding backwards as the slope gets steeper, the skier will have to shorten the glide on each ski and pick up the pace. Step 5. To ski effectively, the skier must be able to perform the offset skate using both left and right sides as the power side, change from one to the other, and from the one skate to the offside skate. The final step is learning to make these transitions. Watch the right offset skate first. Note that the power foot is the right foot because that is the double pole side. Now, watch the skier make the transition. Notice that the skier does not entirely complete the arm movement, but only makes a small move to be able to immediately plant the poles with the power foot. Watch this transition again. Finally, let's look at the transition with the one skate. When starting the climb, the skier has to change techniques without losing speed or power. Watch how this is done. The athlete plants the poles in an offset manner at the same time as the chosen power foot. then continues the offset skate in the usual way. We now only have to learn how to return to the one skate at the top of the climb. This is how it is done. Watch carefully. The skier simply plants the poles in a parallel manner at each transfer of weight.